Well, it's an incredible day in the Middle East, inside the state of Israel today. And I know many of you have been watching the news to understand this historic breakthrough, a long impasse of 2 years, culminating today in the release of 20 live hostages out of the Gaza Strip. I wanted just to give you a few comments on what is taking place, a little bit further in depth on what is happening here. And I want to commend, first and foremost, the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, his war cabinet, the Israeli Defense Forces, because we are culminating into a diplomacy effort today that required a major war in Israel. That is a war on 7 fronts: Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Iran, the Yemen Houthis, inside the area called the West Bank, Judea and Samaria, and then on the southern border, that is the Gaza Strip. Can you imagine the United States at war on 7 fronts? Well, today we see the close of this war, at least for the time being. And important it is to take note that as a result of this war, we now have President Trump able to lead a diplomacy effort, one unlike anything that we've seen to this point inside the Middle East, taking place in Egypt. And I bring it to our attention today because it doesn't mean that everybody's just friendly and getting along. It does not mean that at all. But what they have found is an objective that everybody can come around. And that objective is we are tired of radical Islamic jihadist fundamentalism that has taken hostage whole nations and is robbing the Middle East. And that objective has allowed some of the fiercest and opponents to be able to stand in the same room and work together with the United States president. It is a day to celebrate. You can imagine the national psyche of Israel at this point able to turn into their homes tonight and celebrate literally to the day 2 years since Hamas terrorist organization overran their borders in 118 points and ran into the neighborhoods of Israel. Well, it is just a milestone, and as God would have it, what a symbolic day that Israel is dancing in the streets tonight, not just by celebration, but by command. This is the last of the feast. This is the night that begins Simchat Torah, the night of the celebration of the Torah, dancing all night. And so we are joining that festive throng and so thankful for all of our supporters who have stood at this time on behalf of the U.S.-Israel relationship, a time like no other. Thank you.